Hey, what's up, everybody? Holy shit, a plug! That was the dumbest possible way I could have done that. But yeah, there's that if you haven't seen it yet somehow. But anyway, I'm going to be listening to Broken Sun and Merciful Broken Sun in that order. Plenty of people have been asking about these two to be listened to, and since they're both plenty short enough, I figured I might as well give both of them a listen. Coincidence to the point that Adam Gubman apparently composed both of these, as well as Phenomenal Agents. So everything ties together. It's all connected, bro. You're never going to get away from it. But the earth is flat. I think I'm a little extra brain rotted from all the editing recently. So without further ado, let's listen to these, shall we? Let's go. Ooh. Yo? Oh, I love the vocals on that. Man, that vocal line alone had like so much of that Viking energy. I felt like I was gonna charge into battle. Loved that. I like that it's just a little bit poppy. Like, it's not at all, but the voices. It's not too choral, it's not too broad. Oh, man. Ooh, we're ending strong here. Yo, what was that at the end there? That was really neat. Oh, okay. Yet another banger from Adam. I really wanted to figure out mainly what that little passage at the end with the brass was, and it's pretty easy, surprisingly. It's just a... Obviously, there is a match in there somewhat. I didn't work at it to the point I could find out exactly what the harmony notes were. I just went for the melody and stuck with it. But that's a pretty solid line. The fact that it just kind of goes back, it's kind of like walks up, which I've always enjoyed the sound of myself. It's a good lift. It just kind of naturally does that. It's a weird sensation. I don't exactly know where the psychology lands with that, but I feel like a lot of people don't. I sure as hell don't really understand it, but I love the way it sounds. Sometimes that's all you need. And a lot of the melody line for the vocals, at very least the first couple notes of it, are on the same set of keys there, and it just kind of utilizes that. It obviously does stray from those notes as the line continues, but overall, that's a pretty poppy voice line for this sort of thing. There is definitely that giant grandiosity to it, this epic feel. Like I mentioned, it kind of had a Viking energy to it. Love that sound, but definitely the vocalist choice helps kind of bring it out of that dark age, so to speak. It just makes it feel a little bit more bright and a little bit more modern. I know the female vocalist for this was Rachael Gillespie, at least that's probably who was at the top. I feel like there was a couple of voices in there though. Obviously there was a male voice, probably could have been Adam, but it feels like there was more than Adam. It could have just been him pitch shifting his own voice to make it sound like a bigger choir of people. He could have also been using a synthesizer for vocals as well, like a choir synthesizer. There's definitely something about the male voice specifically that feels like it was altered a little bit, and that's where I'm kind of getting the pitch shifting mentality. It probably was at least one of them, but I'm hearing like this artifacting that comes when you try to pitch bend your voice in a recording program. It just does that. Your voice will sound weird when you pitch it to different things. It's not where it naturally sits, and the automation has to make up for that somehow. And I'm feeling like I feel some of that, but that could just be the way that it's all mixed in there. There's a lot of brass, and with the warbliness of brass could easily make that same effect kind of happen to the voice. So I don't know, he could have hired a whole choir for all I know. I won't know unless Adam happens to see this and corrects me down below. But now let's move from this one to Merciful Broken Sun and see how similar or different it is. I don't know. So let's go. Ooh. Oh, it's much softer right off the bat. A little bit of reflection happening at this point, maybe? Love that sound over the top. That, like... I'm not sure what instrument that was. That, like, pitch bent sound. Love the use of a guitar instead of the big triumphant horn section. Yeah, this definitely feels like the after the battle of the last one. We had the army chanting, and now we have those who are left. God, even the vocals are... He took out all the vocals. Oh, that's so cool. I know this song is longer too, so I want to see where he brings it. Getting the story out of this is really cool. Oh, that fade too. It hangs on just a little bit. Oh man. Okay, so I think I said quite a bit of what I wanted to say during the reaction itself, but that was a really cool evolution. You could definitely get that sense that there's just less. All the horns are basically entirely gone. All the vocals are entirely stripped down. It's just the one voice. There's no longer a choir of people. There's no longer an army. This is the remains of what just happened. This is the leftovers, those who survived. That's such a cool tone. The guitar making it feel just much more somber and soft, taking away all of that beef and that body and that importance of the brass. It's just, mwah, chef's kiss, Adam. Beautiful. A lot of people would be like, oh yeah, it's obvious, but it's like the way it's crafted is what makes a song that evolves like this really work. Hi, quick addition here. While I was editing it, I was listening a little closer to the lyrics, and I realized I kind of missed something that's really neat about the way that the lyrics kind of convey themselves between both versions. Just to read them off here so you can kind of follow along with me here. It's broken sun, shed a light on everyone. Broken sun, you are not the only one. They can't take our spark. I won't let you go dark. So that's pretty like standard, but you can read them in a couple of different ways. So in the first version, it can be read obviously as a giant chant. It's just like, we are shining a light on everyone in the hopes that this battle goes well. You're not the only one. You're not alone. We're here as an army. That whole concept. They can't take our spark, you know, trying to, you know, rally the troops in that way. And I won't let you go dark is just a play on words relating to the sun and also maybe their living situation or why they're fighting, that sort of thing. Then it changes intent without changing the lyrics by going, shine a light on everyone, those who have lost. You are not the only one. There are many lost. They can't take our spark. we few who are left, we will continue fighting in the I Won't Let You Go Dark section. So there's a really cool juxtaposition without having to affect the lyrics at all that just makes you feel that entire situation, that relationship completely unique, and that's so cool. There's also a third way that I heard this, which is a lot less likely, but it would be really neat. If you change the U in sun to an O, it can really affect the second one and how you read it and the impact of war on the people that were there and who are the broken sons. You know, like that whole thing. That could be the intent, but it very well could just be me reading too far into it. Either way, I thought that was really neat and I wanted to throw it in here. So now back to the other me. I've heard quite a few variances on the same motif done like this, where they'll have this big epic anthem sound, this huge war cry of a song, and you're just like, man, I feel the power. And then they strip it down and it's like, okay, but it just feels like they removed some layers from the project file and like that's it, and it doesn't change anything about the actual like emotion of the song. And then there are examples like this that completely alter the feel of the track by making different choices instrumentally, making vocal choices. That was a really, really nice one. It would have been even more interesting to me to have like maybe the slight hint of another voice underneath hers. Like there's a vocalist, they're the survivor, quote unquote, but then there's like somebody trying, like the wounded are following. But there's definitely that loss of spark in the voice from the first version. Something like that. I would have loved that as well. I don't know if it would have worked sonically. It's one of those things that you'd have to try and see if it actually does work out. But I don't know. Adam could have tried something similar for all I know. There's a lot of ways to work metaphorical things into music. That's one of my favorite things about music, is being able to tell a story through it and being able to evolve these sounds in order to fit certain like aspects of a scene and just get that emotion on lock. And this definitely nails that feeling. With the picture, I didn't really realize what the like actual album art was until this version of the song. I really wasn't looking at it or paying attention to it the first time, but after hearing this one, it made me focus on that image, and I was like, oh, like you start putting pieces together. It's like that last piece of the puzzle I needed to really understand what the context of this was hearing this version of this song. And man, does that leave an impact. That is so good, dude. Absolutely fantastic work, Adam. But yeah, I think that's about all I've got to say on these two. Brilliant work. I'm gonna say it again. Adam knocking it out of the park like always. Great vibes on this one, even if they are a little bit somber and sad. That's the goal, isn't it? So I say that's a win. Either way, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, you want to request something, drop it down in the comments below. Please, if you have not seen the trailer for Phenomenal Agents, the full band cover I'm putting out soon, please do. I'm running out of air in here. It is getting very thick and I need to go open a door. I need a window or an air conditioner, something in this room. But I digress. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you want to follow me and support me, you know how to do all that. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!